that can motivate a Canelo Alvarez and take him to the next level in terms of training harder, being smarter up in the ring, doing things correctly, making sure you're in tip-top shape.
Okay, so what you want to do is, if you want to watch the full episode, just click the link right down below in the bio. It's called Canelo versus Chavez Preview Show Countdown. So it's actually a half an hour version, actually 29 minutes. Watered down vanilla HBO 24/7. Now, basically, you're getting the same content that you would get with HBO 24/7, except you can tell that the production value is cheaper. However, and they're not using Sabretooth. However, I do feel that this was needed, and I am very glad that they did this, because I felt disrespected as a boxing fan that for such an historic fight, for such a big fight, that they're not having a classic 4, or in this day and age 3, or maybe even 2, what they've been doing lately, HBO 24/7s for this. Now they are having a special called A Fighting Tradition, Canelo Chavez, which is supposed to, it is going to be HBO 24/7. They are using Sabretooth, but basically they're looking at Mexican boxing as a whole. However, they will be focusing on Canelo versus Chavez, but it's not HBO 24/7. I want to look into the life of both of these fighters in the build-up to this fight across 2 or 3 or 4 episodes, but it's not happening. So what they're having is, they're having an HBO face-off with Max Kellerman, which is going to be on April the 29th. They're having, or is that the 24th? Let me go check. Let me go check. I'm confusing myself. But basically, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. So like I said, to watch this, click the link right down below in the bio, and you can watch it and get some information on the fight. So Canelo versus Chavez, A Fighting Tradition, which is a half an hour HBO special, is premiering this Monday coming up, April the 24th at 10 p.m. I'm going to be covering that. Today, they released a special that's similar to HBO 24/7, but not called Canelo versus Chavez Preview Show Countdown. What we found out during this show, oh, by the way, the face-off is going to be on April the 29th. Those are the only 2 HBO specials for this fight. What we did find out during this episode is they focused a lot more on Chavez Jr. than on Canelo, because a lot of people, as I've learned, are really reliant on Chavez Jr. to not only not make weight, but to be drained inside the ring. Outside of that, they're not really given, a solid, sound reason why they feel Canelo can beat Chavez Jr. Now, overall, Canelo is the better overall boxer. He's the more skilled fighter, but Chavez is just too big. He's got the height advantage. Canelo is listed at 5'9". He's not 5'9". Look at the face-off. He's not 5'9". He's about 5'7". Chavez Jr. is about 6'2". Chavez Jr. has been fighting over the 160-pound division for 8+ years now. Canelo is moving up from 155 Canelo weight to super light middle Canelo weight, which is 164.5. That is the weight for this fight. So if Chavez weighs in at 164.6, then it's going to be an issue. I want to see how they do these scales, because, one scale, it may be off a little bit. I really want to see how they're going to monitor that half pound. I really want to see. So to be on the safe side, it's best for Chavez Jr. to weigh in at 163.9, even 164.1, some shit like that. But with the team that's surrounding Chavez Jr., legendary trainer Nacho Barristan. He's got his father, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. He's got arguably the best, although shady, strength and conditioning coach in the business in Mimo Haradia. He's got a lot of Mexican fighters riding for him simply because they don't like the fact that Canelo dropped his belt and pretty much gave it to Golovkin. That's a big storyline headed into this fight. He dropped his belt. However, Chavez Jr. did quit against Fonfara. So you got one Mexican who quits. Mexicans are not supposed to quit, especially when you're on that level of Canelo and Chavez. You got another Mexican who dropped his belt and said it was because he wasn't ready to fight at 160, but yet fights Chavez Jr. at 164.5, and his team is reliant that Chavez Jr. will be drained. You see what I'm saying? So no matter how you slice it, the fight is still super middleweight. So Canelo just he gave Golovkin his belt inducting. However, I understand the political and the financial situation, but still, a duck is a duck, no matter how you slice it. We've been hearing a lot from Nacho Beristain, the trainer of Chavez Jr., saying he's been getting up late for camp and everything like that. I say it like this. When have you ever seen Chavez Jr. this focused or training? Now, of course, he's not going to be perfect, but at the same time, people are taking information like that and like, oh, Chavez is doomed. Look, he's getting up for late training and everything. We see nothing of him training every day. We never seen this much training shit from Chavez. He's hooping. He out there hooping. Damn near dunking. People are looking at him like, oh, he looks drained already. Where are you getting this stuff from? It is not hard for a fighter who's fought at 160 pounds. If I'm correct, didn't Chavez start his career like 135 or some shit? It's all about it's all about the focus and the discipline. It's not like Chavez is like 35, or 32, 33, 35 years old trying to make this 164.5. He can do it. So you have him not only fighting, for his father, because these are the top two Mexican boxers right now. I'm talking about as far as marketability. Am I correct? Outside of, you can say Marquez, but I'm talking about fighters that are actually active, right? You got him, with his father's legacy on his back, and everybody's relying on him as far as, in his father's corner to win this fight. You got Canelo, who has Golden Boy on his back. He's carrying Golden Boy Promotions. So there's so much at stake. And right now, what are we, 18 days away? That's crazy. Right now, it's April the 18th. It's 18th, right? Let me make sure I check. Yeah, April the 18th. The fight is on May the 6th. Today, I got to talk to, on the media call with David Lemieux and Lucas Matisse. So basically, you have Canelo versus Chavez, which is the main event. You have David Lemieux versus Marcos Reyes. David Lemieux was just today, about a couple of hours ago, talking. I'm going to upload that video. If you don't want to watch the full hour-and-a-half video I put up earlier with the whole call, David Lemieux seems convinced, or almost convinced, that if he wins against Marcos Reyes on the undercard of Canelo versus Chavez, that he'll be getting Canelo in September. But that makes you think, like, well, where's Golovkin play into all of this? And also, what about Billy Joe Saunders, who paid his opponent step-aside money to fight Golovkin in June? But Golovkin has decided that he's going to wait and see how Canelo versus Chavez plays out after pretty much Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya says, if you fight in June, that's gonna mess up your chances to get Canelo in September if he beats Chavez Jr. So much is riding on Canelo to beat Chavez Jr. My question is this, once again. What if Chavez Jr. is not drained? What if he makes weight? And what if he beats Canelo Alvarez? He's going to upset the whole fucking stratosphere. Then where does that leave David Lemieux? Where does that leave Golovkin? Where does that leave Billy Joe Saunders? And where does that leave Canelo? So the storyline behind this is just great, which is, like I said, one of the main reasons why I'm upset that they did not get it HBO 24/7. For example, I wanted them to focus and show that footage of Oscar De La Hoya just pretty much touring around with Chavez Sr. I wanted to see that HBO 24/7 where, you have Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, who promotes Canelo, and then you have Chavez, who's the son of Chavez Sr. I wanted to see, HBO put a nice little story behind that. So hopefully when we see the Fighting Tradition, the HBO special that's coming on this Monday on the 24th, which I'm going to be reviewing, hopefully they delve into that, because that's some key storyline right there. Also, if you don't know, there is VADA testing for this fight. So like I said, a lot of people who are going with Canelo are going with Canelo because of why Golden Boy wants them to go with Canelo, which is because they want Chavez Jr. to be drained. Golden Boy knew what they were doing when he picked this 164.5, catch weight. Even though Chavez Jr. said at the Dominic British fight that he would fight. Was it ESPN Deportes or after the Dominic British fight? He said he would fight Canelo at a catch weight, even though they were already in talks before that Dominic British fight. So one of the reasons why they wanted the Canelo fight to be announced soon after Chavez fought British is because they wanted him to stay, you know, at that weight and stay focused so he could roll right into another camp. A guy like Chavez Jr. is not the type of fighter that you want to have long layoffs. You know, you want to keep him fighting, you know, 3 times a year if you can, even if 2 of those fights are a big fight. Let's say if you get 1 mega fight each year, 1 fight is like a tune-up fight, 1 fight is like a B-level, like showcase fight. You need to keep him active. Because already they're already talking about how, oh, he's tired of training and he wants to go smoke weed and all that shit. But from what we've seen Chavez train like a madman, and I've been noticing on social media. By the way, go check out my social media. Promoting all these fights heavy. All the links to my social media are right there below in the description box. Also, if you want to see this special, make sure you click the link. I'm putting the link right at the top in the description box so you can watch it. You know, what you've noticed is we're seeing Chavez doing all of this training, and we've never seen him train like this before. Like I said, he's hooping. He's doing some old CrossFit leapfrog type shit. You know, where they're jumping over some crazy shit. You know? We're seeing him now. He's on weight. He's not looking like he's all drained and everything. Right now, he's probably like 168 pounds. They say he was 170 or below a couple of weeks ago. Canelo, of course, is filling out well with the weight, as you can see. But like I said, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. Please subscribe.